Greetings, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? Good.
Good morning.
Greetings, everyone. How's everyone doing this morning?
Good. And you?
Good.
Mommy, give us a word this morning to center us. Or phrase.
Present.
Present. Okay, very good. Um, Students, would you give us a word today? What's your word for today that will center you or us? Yes, Nia.
Focus.
Focus. Very good. Very good. Y'all can go. I don't have to call on you. Just go.
Calm.
I didn't hear you understand your destiny.
Calm.
Calm. Oh, focus. Calm.
Patient.
Patient. Okay. Now, after you say the word, would you please put it in the text chat so we can resonate on it? Yes, someone else was talking.
Brilliant thinker.
I couldn't quite understand that. Who's that?
It was me, Novena. I said brilliant thinker.
Brilliant thinker. Very good. Brilliant thinker. Are y'all waiting on Bob Wekesa to call on you? When I ask something generally for everybody, I'm talking to you. What is your word for today? Juan, it seems that you're trying to talk, but your microphone is muted.
What are we doing?
Where I'm asking you to get us started today, what's your word for today? What word will center you or inspire you or you think will be good for us?
Relax.
Did you say,
Oh,
somebody said relax?
yes.
Okay, very good, Naima. Type in the text chat. Yes, Juan.
Um, got it. Um, I think it should be like it's like quickly, like doing our work.
Okay, quickly doing your work. I'll take that phrase. Very good. Type it in the text chat. Novena, type yours in the text chat too, my dear. Oh, you have it. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Niara, is yours in there? Very good. Okay. All right. Come on, everybody. What's your word for today?
Word for the day is intelligent.
Intelligence. Did you say intelligent or intelligence?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay, very good. Type in the text chat. All right. Thank you all for those of you who added your word. Settled. I see. Concentration. Very good. For those who typed in the text chat. Excellent. Excellent. So I am today. I am calm. I am focused. I'm a brilliant thinker. I'm patient. I'm relaxed. I do our work quickly. I'm all about science. Like I'm a scientist. See, I concentrate very well. I'm settled, and you know I'm intelligent. All right. Can y'all say that? Y'all Y'all know what I just did? What did I just do? Niara?
I don't remember.
It's in the text chat. All I did was
All of our words.
all I did is just said I relate them to me. Kimmy, what's your word for the day, love?
Busy. I don't know.
Busy is fine. Busy is good.
Like busybody. Just busy.
All right. Well, we will be busy. This is a busy class. It's also a focus class. It's calming and all of those things. We're gonna mix them together to have a wonderful, wonderful class. Thank you all for those words to help us get started. Thank you, Mama Imani, for starting us off. Mama Imani, did you put your word in there? Because you started us
I did
off.
not.
What's your word?
I will do so.
You started us off. Okay, so now I rely on y'all to catch me up. Catch us up. Catch me up. All right. So as of last class, you had either you have a question from last class or discovery from last class, or a question from the homework or discovery from the homework or report on that. You know, get us up to date so that we are ready to go into this new class on Ngolo, Melanin. That was a good one, Nzinga. Some yarns are little and some yarns get really good. So that was a great yarn. I could tell it makes me want to yarn. All right. So Nzinga, catch us up.
With what we were learning last time.
And where we are now to learn. So yes, you gotta catch us up. Okay.
All right, so I remember learning about like the black substance in the brain, in the brainstem. What's it called? The substantia nigra.
Very good.
And then everything.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else who wants to bring us up? All right, Niara.
We were also learning about how neuromelanin is in the central nervous system.
Neuromelanin in the central nervous system. Okay. Do you have any questions from last class? All right, I want you to open your notebook to the vocabulary section. Now, what's the vocabulary section? It's the section that you make called vocabulary. Based on every class, there's new vocabulary. And you are to note that vocabulary and the words, how to pronounce them, how to spell them. Now, because y'all are at different places, some of you will have different words in your vocabulary than others. It's all right with me. You will be able, sometimes you'll have to put those on in the Wakanda, and your spelling test will come from your set of vocabulary words. So, vocabulary word. Spell the substantia nigra. All right, Natalia. We can't hear you though. Your mic is muted. If you're talking, Natalia, we still can't hear you. Your mic is unmuted. I see that. But are you speaking? Yeah. Okay, so now we can hear you. Come on. Spell substantia nigra. A little louder, please. S-U-B.
Stalnigra.
All right. Is that correct, Kai? Is that correct, Kai? I can't hear you, Kai. We still can't hear you. You unmuted your mic.
Can you say it again, Natalia?
SUBSTATIONNIGRA.
No.
It's close, very close, but not quite. So, Kai, spell substantia nigra.
SUBSTANTIANIGRA.
Is that correct, Destiny?
I'm not sure because I wasn't here last class.
Okay. We actually talked about that class before last. You had a video to watch about it. No problem. Is that correct, Allende? Is Kai correct?
Yes.
Spell it yourself.
SUBSTANTIANIGRA.
Got a corroboration. Mo. All right, here's another one that should be in your vocabulary. Locus coeruleus. Spell it, Zaki. Can't hear you, brother.
I don't know how to spell that.
Well, guess, brother. Give it your best shot. Just say, but I will guess. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna guess. That's how you do it at Aya.
LOCUS CORELOUS.
Very good. Very close. Mo. Y'all guessing is good at Aya. Guessing is good at Aya. All right. Ephesus, your turn. Locus coeruleus. Come on. I can't hear you, Ephesus.
L-O.
All right, now don't give it that slow. You're gonna make me go to sleep. Spell a little faster than that, brother.
LOCUS CORELUS.
Good guess. Excellent. Excellent. We're gonna see how close you come. We'll see how close Zaki comes. All right, Kimmy. Locus coeruleus. You're a neuroscientist. Neuroscientists have to know the brain. That's what we're. Okay, come on.
LOCUSCOERU.
Okay, you done? That's your best.
I can't think of it now.
Oh, sure you can. All right, let's break it down.
Can I start over?
Sure, do it. Come on.
LOCUS.
Very good. Everybody got that incidentally. Zaki, you got that. Everson, you got that. Okay.
ELUS.
Very close. Very close. Okay. Let's put it up on the screen. Boom. Boom. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. Locus coeruleus. Put it in your. We mentioned it before. Have it in your vocabulary. That's right. If you didn't know that in order for you to understand melanin, you have to become a neuroscientist, you're going to be learning now. Okay. Now, locus coeruleus. Got it? C-O-E-R. It's like corulus. See, there's R-U-L-E right in the middle. Okay. C-O-E, R-U-L-E, like a rule. Us. And locus is well, you know what? Let's do this. Since it's Greek or Latin, probably. Look up what that means. Look up what that means. Let's find what does locus coeruleus. I don't mean where it is in the brain. I just means what's the translation? What is the Latin of locus coeruleus? What does locus mean? Everybody jump into it. You got Google at your fingertips. Or Bing. Or Badoom Bing, Badoom Bang Boom. All of it right there. Come on, Charlotte. You got to be typing. You got to be looking this up, sister. You don't get no pass.
Blue spot?
What?
A blue spot.
A blue spot.
It says the English name locus coeruleus is actually a Latin expression consisting of the noun locus, place or spot, and the adjective coeruleus, dark blue or sky blue.
Yeah, because that's what they thought was blue. Was black. It's black. It's the black dot. The black dot.
They probably thought it was like a dark blue, but really
Yes, they did. That's it. So locus means place. Okay, coeruleus is blue. In this case, it was black. So you see to the right there, that's what it looks like. And I want you to take a look at what it affects. The locus coeruleus affects what? What do you see, Aaliyah? Does it affect your attention? That is how much you pay attention? Yes or no, Aaliyah? Okay, I can't hear you, sister. I saw your mouth moving. Okay, good. Yes. What is stress response? What's that?
It's like part of your emotional, like it triggers your emotions. It's a part of your automatic system also, and it like causes nervousness and stuff like that.
It could, but not necessarily nervousness. It's part of your nervous system. It's part of your autonomic nervous system. All right. Autonomic is really another word for automatic. But so how you respond to stress, whether or not you're sitting up, whether or not you're aroused, attention, your emotional memory, and your pain inhibition, motor control, or autonomic modulation. That is what your locus coeruleus. And as you see, your locus coeruleus is what they call the blue dot, what we call the black dot, one of the many places in your brain. All right. So you should have two words in your vocabulary, that you should have the substantia nigra and you should have the locus coeruleus, which is dealing with the brain. Okay. Another word that we talked about last time is, who has it? You have it in your notes. Give me, what do you have? What word you have in your notes that deserves to be pulled out to be a part of a vocabulary? See, I like being led by you. See, me and Mama Imani, like, what is your word? You took notes last time. You did homework last time. Do you have any words for us? Yes, Novena.
GABA neurons.
GABA neurons. Would you spell that for us?
GABANEURONS.
Very good. GABA. Gabba babba doo babba. Yabba dabba doo. I know y'all wouldn't know about that because see, y'all too young. See, you had to be my age or my mommy my age to remember yabba dabba.
To remember the Flintstones?
What? Yeah, see, they still come on now. Y'all still watch the Flintstones?
Not really.
Thank you.
It comes on from time to time.
It comes on from time to time. Okay. Well, for us, it was like,
Used
oh
for an
man,
ad.
the Flintstones and the Jetsons and all that stuff like that. See, now I can go further back to that before it even had cartoons. But anyway, but GABA is what I think about when you says GABA neurons. Okay. Let's see if we can make a connection between GABA neurons and yabba dabba doo. I don't know if we can do that. Can I have permission to record? Absolutely. Who else wants permission to record? All right, I'm gonna just go down the line. You can record if you like to. You can push the button yourself. All right, and thank you for reminding me, Novena. So, would y'all type, if you spell substantia nigra, or I asked you to put in the text chat so we get the correct spelling, all right, and locus coeruleus, put that there. Novena, would you also put GABA neurons, all right? And so we're going to go, what in the world is a GABA neuron? All right, now, Destiny, when you miss class, it's your job to get with a classmate, all right, and get the notes. You understand? So do you have classmates' phone numbers or email? All right. Does everybody have your classmates' phone numbers or email? If you don't, you need to get it. Because if you miss class, you got to reach out. Now, yes, you can go to Wakanda and get the homework, but you also need to go and find from a classmate. In fact, they may be able to send you the recording. And it is your responsibility. Don't come to class. I wasn't there in class, so I respond. No, you never. You missed class, and you're responsible for catching up. I don't care if you went to the dentist, okay, or wherever. You got to get with a classmate and say, "Would you tell me?" So they can give you share their notes with you, for example. All right, and then you can ask them questions like, "What's a GABA neuron?" So on the table, what's a GABA neuron? And the spelling of it is correct. Wait a minute. There you go. Neuron. Everybody knows what a neuron is, right? All right. I don't see a thumbs up with everybody. So Charlotte, you didn't put a thumbs up. Okay. Destiny, you didn't put a thumbs up. Now listen, if you put a thumbs up, if you can't see your thumb on the screen, I can't see it. Mama and Monty can't see it. So you got to make sure it's up there. Caitlin, would you please put your camera down? I'm not interested in the whatever that is behind your face. I want to see your, come better than that, baby. Bring it on down. You see how Nzinga's face is in the middle? Okay. All right. You see how Seraphina's face is in the middle? Come down some more. Come on, come on, come on. Because see, before you know it, it'll be, yeah, there you go. That's better. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Now, you don't go to deny me all that beauty, Caitlin. I mean, I know your head wrap is, whatever's nice too, but ain't nothing like that smile. Are you kidding me? Don't deny us that beauty. Makes our day. All right, GABA neurons. Who's ready to define GABA neurons since they were spelled? Novena, do you know what they are since you did the spelling of it correctly? What are GABA neurons, Novena?
Well, I think neuron stands for nerve,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know about the GABA part.
Yabba dabba do. Is that all it is? Just the Flintstones? All right, come on, Aaliyah.
GABA neurons is actually a neurotransmitter, and like it helps with motor control, vision, other functions. It helps regulate anxiety. I'm not specifically sure what GABA stands for. I know it has like it's amino acid. So gamma amino something something something. I don't know.
What? I got the first part, but the last part, well, I don't know. GABA something something something. What's the
GABA stands for gamma, because it's an amino acid. So I know that this.
It's an amino acid. I say amino.
Amino, sorry.
Okay, all right. So it's amino acid.
So
all right.
Gamma, all right. Amino, and then two other things. I don't know.
Okay, so it's an amino acid and it has to do with what?
So it helps regulate anxiety. It helps with motor control and visions.
Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Niara, you want to add to that?
Yes.
Come on with it.
And they play an important role in movement.
All right, so that important role with movement. So we back to that dancing stuff. Because the GABA, what do GABA neurons have to do with melanin? Any relationship to where the brain is and where it is in the brain and GABA neurons and melanin? How do we even come to talk about GABA neurons?
In the substantia nigra, on which side was it? It had an R in it.
Ah, who said that? That's Aaliyah?
Yeah, let me look it up.
Oh, Cole, yeah, that's a wonderful word. I like that word. In fact, I think I asked y'all to look up that word.
Substantia nigra. It's on one side. What was the last side called?
There is the pars compacta.
And then there's a
And there's a pause. Come on, somebody, give it to me. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Reticulata.
Reticulata. All right, let me hear you say that. Everybody say pars reticulata. But you got to pronounce it. You got to.
Pars reticulata.
Uh-huh. All right. Now, listen. You got to talk to 3 people and tell them about the substantia nigra and the pars compacta and the pars reticulata. Okay, that's part of your homework. See, you got to be a storyteller. You got to tell people. You think other folks who aren't going to Aya are learning about the pars reticulata? Really? No, they're not learning about the pars reticulata, and they're certainly not learning about melanin in the pars reticulata and what does pars reticulata do. Or the pars compacta. Now, we talked about the compacta, right? And the compacta, the root word to compacta is what? What it makes you think of?
Compact.
Very good. What is compact? What does that mean, Novena?
Bunched together.
Very good. Compact, bunched together, okay? So there's, in this substantia nigra, there is that bunched together. And those that are bunched together are very black, right? Really, Aaliyah? Okay. When they're bunched together, right? Because if you bunch your stuff together, right? But then those that are not as bunched together, they're kind of gray because they're mixed in with the other stuff, right? So you remember, y'all got the image in your head of the substantia nigra, and you got that dark line, it looks like a hat, and then you got that dark line like a hat band, and then under the hat band is another hat band, and that's gray, right? Do you see it in your mind? If you don't, you gotta just look at the video again and find it and whatever. But you gotta see it in your mind, because when you're telling somebody the story and you see it in your mind, then you're doing something magical. You transfer the images in your mind to the other person's mind, like telepathy. But not if you don't see it in your mind. If you just know some definition someplace, but you don't even know where it is or how to visualize it, and when you see it like that, almost magically, you communicate it to me. So you should see this dark band, which is the pars compact. The compact part, pars, the compact part. And then you get the other part that's more like a network, a looser network. Okay, that's what reticulata means. Okay, and all right. You should have that the GABA neurons are neurotransmitters, right? Let's just break that word down. Is it in your notes, Natalia? Neurotransmitter. That's what Navina just said. Naima, is it in your notes?
Yes.
Good. Because it doesn't have to come from me. Y'all learning from each other. We're researchers in this class. You'll be finding all kinds of stuff. So what's a neurotransmitter? And you can guess if you don't know. Now, you already got some hints because you know what a neuron is. So what's a neurotransmitter? Charlotte.
Neurotransmitter, I think it's like something that like transmits like nerves.
Very good. Very good. That's it. It transmits neurons, a neurotransmitter. Hello. It transmits neurons. Neurons are nerves, or neurons are nerve cells. Okay. So neuron is a nerve cell. Okay. And transmits. So gives information. It transmits neurons from one to the other. It communicates. There are a whole bunch of neurotransmitters that we're going to get to. All right. Let's just do just a little bit on GABA. Oh wow. Let's see. Good old GABA. My. All right, so we'll do the we'll do the easy one first. Okay, we'll come back to it later on. All right, but you have the GABA neurons are neurotransmitters, correct? All right, and that means, according to Charlotte, it transmits nerve cells, which is what neurons are. All right, y'all ready for two-minute neuroscience once again? Do not take notes. I mean, if you want to write a quick word or whatever, first let's pay attention. It's 2 minutes. See what you can remember. All right. And if you want to write a word down or something, do that. But I don't want you to be so focused on writing that you don't seek to understand what's there. Trust yourself. I do.
Where I explain neuroscience topics in 2 minutes or less. In this installment, I will discuss gamma aminobutyric acid, or GABA. Although GABA's primary functions are as a neurotransmitter, it has the structure of an amino acid and thus is referred to as an amino acid neurotransmitter. It is synthesized from another amino acid neurotransmitter, glutamate, in a reaction catalyzed by the enzyme glutamic acid decarboxylase.
Doesn't that look beautiful? Can anybody give a guess to explain either one of those chemical reactions? Anybody want to guess? I know we haven't covered it, and we're not going to get into it detail right now. But who wants to guess? Because we've covered just a little bit of that stuff, right? What do you think COOH is?
Carbon, oxygen, hydrogen.
Very good. That's a good guess. And then all right, let's go. Keep it on. Come on down then.
Carbon, hydrogen 2.
All right.
Another carbon, hydrogen 2. And hydrogen 2, nitrogen. And carbon, hydrogen. And then carbon, oxygen, hydrogen again.
Well, I love it. It's part of what we do here is try to guess, try to figure it out. Before we go and have somebody tell us, we try to figure it out based on what you have. Okay. Now, what's the difference between the glutamate reaction, that chemical that you see, that combination, and the one on the right side? So all I want to know is what's the difference? Who can tell me the difference? Yes, Aliyah.
The glutamate, it has carbon, oxygen, hydrogen at the bottom as well as the top. Also, the carbon, hydrogen right there next to the hydrogen, nitrogen, it isn't a 2. It's not 2.
Okay, all right. And what else do you see? Anybody else? Thank you, Aliyah. What's over there on the side? Anybody?
There is. On the side.
Huh?
On the side.
Yes, on the side. What do you see?
On the side of the GABA, it has plus CO2.
Carbon, oxygen 2. Okay, very good. So all you're doing is just noticing. Okay. All right. We're not going into the chemical reactions right now. We're not going into the particular bonds because these are bonds. Okay. So, all right. Now, what it says is this is catalyzed by the enzyme glutamic acid decarboxylase. You don't have to remember that, and you don't have to write it down. Okay. Right now. Let's go.
The function of GABA changes over the course of neural development, but in the mature brain it acts primarily as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. In other words, when GABA interacts with the receptors of a neuron, it generally makes the neuron less likely to fire an action potential or release neurotransmitters.
What? All right. What is inhibitory? What is inhibitory? If you are inhibited, if something is inhibited, there is related to another word called prohibited.
So like allowed. So then inhibitory means not allowed.
Very good. Right? It's suppressed. Okay. So what is suppress? What did he say is suppress? Let's try it again. So down at the bottom, it says it acts as a primarily as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. Okay. In other words, when GABA interacts, so it's a neurotransmitter. That means it's going to be stopping something, right? Inhibiting something.
Transmitter.
Okay.
In other words, when GABA interacts with the receptors of a neuron.
All right. Now, on each neuron, and neurons are what? Neurons are what?
Nerve
cells.
Nerve cells.
Nerve cells.
Very good. All right. So cells of your nervous system. And so on each nerve cell, there's a receptor because you got communication going on. And so you have a receptor, something to receive, all right, the message that says do something else. Okay. And so so when GABA interacts with the receptors, all right, they inhibit the less likely for those to fire. That is for that action to take place. Okay. So, and do we need that? All right. So look at my hand. Let's just do this. Okay. You see this? I have two sets of muscles. I have flexor muscles and I have extension muscles. Okay. Can I fire them at the same time? What happens if I fire flexor muscles and inhibitory muscles at the same time?
Is it gonna spasm?
No. Good guess though. All right. So if this is my resting position, flexor muscles. My resting position, extension muscles. All right. All that's happening is my brain is telling in my neurons and the nerve cells, and they're telling my muscles which way to go. Get your extension muscles, get your flexor muscles. Suppose I fire both of them at the same time. What's going to happen to my hand? Is it going to go flexor or is it going to be extended? Left or right? Which way is it going to go? All right, come on, Niara.
It's gonna like do this.
Oh, so you think if I fire both of them at the same time, my flexor muscles are going to win and it's going to go like that?
Yes.
Okay, that's your guess. Destiny.
It might just stay like this, but it's
Mope, you're on it. It ain't going nowhere. Okay. I got one that says this way, one that says that way. I fire both of them at the same time. It's not going anywhere. In order for me to do that, I need to make sure my extension muscles don't fire. So the communication to my extension muscles are inhibited. Got it? All right. So let me see you do that. Naima, I want you to make that demonstration. Do exactly what I just did.
I missed what you just did.
You what?
I said I just missed what you did because I was taking care of my diabetes.
Because you were doing what?
I was taking care of something medical related.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Kaylin.
You had your hair like this.
Well, you do it. You're like, you're the teacher now. We're the class. Go for it.
Niara said that it would go like this, and Destiny said it would stay straight.
If what? What's the variable here? Because we're trying to understand GABA neurons as inhibitory, okay? As something that prevents something or inhibits it. All right, so tell me, what does this represent? What does that represent? What does that represent?
Like flexing your hand?
Yes. Is that got anything to do with my brain?
Your brain sends a message and makes your hand move?
Yes, it does. I have muscles here and muscles here, okay? You have muscles here and muscles here, okay? When you are doing your hand like that, which muscles are you using? The ones here or the ones here? Which ones are being stretched? Very good. Those are called your extension muscles. Now, everybody, y'all need to be doing this because y'all gonna have to do this with your mama and dad and them, okay? You don't come to I and learn a word like GABA, you know, neurons, and somebody asks you and you can't explain it. You're gonna make it clear to them. Allende, everybody. Vanilla, all right? So y'all need to be doing, I got extension muscles here, all right? If I push my hand that way, and some of you can even do more than me, because I'm old. Well, there you go. All right. All right. So look at that. Niara showing up. All right. So now that means my brain is sending the signal to my muscles, to this set of muscles, for it to go extend that way. Now, when I turn it this way, all right, now I broke my wrist, so y'all can do better than that. Let me see who can do it flat. Look at that, Leo, great, look at that. I can do it better on that one, okay? This one I broke, so it has a hump in it. I got a hump in my back, okay. But, all right, very good, Charlotte, excellent. You can do yours like 100%. Wow, I gotta do better than that. There you go, that's better, I'll use this one. Okay, so those are my flexor muscles, okay, flexor, all right? And those are the ones going this way. Now that means my brain is telling my muscles to flex my hand this way. Got it? So extension, flex, extension, flex. All right, now this is the standard position. There's no extension or flexing, okay? And how are my GABA neurons working when I do this? What are my GABA neurons doing? Come on, Zaki, my hands are flexed, brother. Come on, catch up. All right, and Zinga, what's up with you, baby? I need to see those hands. What's wrong with y'all? Everybody get in this. Excuse me, Natalia, are you paying attention? Then I got to see. All right, Serafina, Earth to Serafina, what are you doing?
I was writing.
Well, you shouldn't be writing. You should be following my directions right now, and your hand should be up like this. Because it's important to learn it first, all right? So what do my GABA neurons have to do with this? This is my starting position. Everybody right here. Come on, Niara, everybody right here, catch up. All right, now I'm going to use my flexor muscles. I'm going to send a message from my brain to my muscles to do this. Now, what are my GABA neurons doing?
Well, for me, it's not really a flex, it's less of a letting go. So I feel like the GABA neurons would be doing less because if they're in work, then it's not inhibiting it from doing anything. Because when I just release the tense, it just drops like that.
It just drops like that. All right, you're a wonderful dancer, and you still are extensional. It's just that it doesn't take you much energy because you dance all the time. Okay? But wait a minute.
It goes like this.
Or it goes like what? Who said that?
Like you drop it, you go like just this right here.
Oh, okay. But now I'm doing them like that. All right, now. All right,
oh, it's keeping you from
Aaliyah, keep them straight. Don't let them fall down there, and point them down as far as you can.
Oh.
You feel that muscle, right? You feel that? Thank you very much. So what are your GABA neurons doing now? They're inhibiting
your fingers from like
No, the signal from doing like that. Because you want the signal to go there. You don't want the signal to go to your extension muscles. You want the signal to go to your flexor muscles. So your GABA neurons inhibits that one, so that you get that. If both of them fire at the same time, nothing happens. Because one is saying do that, the other one's saying do that, and they end up doing like that. Got it? So that's right. So the way you have control of something, something inhibits something and something pushes something. That's how you dance. Now, you know people who can't dance because it is not coordinated. It's like they're firing at the same time. They're like, what's up with you, man? What, you know, it's not smooth. You know, if you're going to be smooth, this one has to say go while this one says stop. It's smooth. All right. And your GABA neurons help to inhibit certain messages. Okay. And there are other neurons that promote certain messages. Got it? Yabba dabba do. All right, y'all got it. I'm going to put the link in the text chat. You can watch the rest of this on your own. All right. Now, connect this to melanin. Connect GABA neurons to melanin, please. Is there a connection between GABA neurons and melanin, please? Anybody? All right. Come on, Niara.
I think there's a connection.
You think that, well, what's the connection?
I'm not sure.
All right, everybody. Oh, who got it? Who got it? Somebody got it?
I don't know if I have it, but I have a guess.
Guessing is great. Come on.
So because GABA neurons like help regulate anxiety, and we were talking about the what was it called? The locus
Corellius,
right? And that was attached to stress.
That's a good guess. Good guess. All right, everybody, you got 60 seconds. Melanin and GABA neurons. What can you find? And whatever you find, read it quickly and put in the text chat, but don't put anything in text chat that you haven't perused. And if somebody already has your link, you got to just put another one. So find what it says, copy it, put it in the text chat, then put the link in. Don't just give me the link. I want you to read it, excerpt it, put it in the text chat, then put the link in. GABA, is there a connection? Why are we dealing with muscles and movement and all of that and melanin, huh? What's this? I thought melanin just have to do with you being darker or brown or something like that. Bob Wekesa talking about movement of your muscles and dancing and all that do. All right, Serafina, we're not watching the video right now. Thank you for that information. Well, you're going on to something else. I got the information. I appreciate that. Now, you should be doing something else right now. Are you doing that, Serafina? Thank you. No? All righty. Aaliyah has found something. Melanin concentrating hormone depresses synaptic activity of glutamate and GABA neurons from rat lateral hypothalamus. Good. Now we'll come back because what Aaliyah has just dropped in is another melanin concentrating hormone called MCH. And all right, look up something else. What does GABA neurons have to do with the substantia nigra or the locus coeruleus? Put GABA neurons, let me tell you how you do it. And then you put a plus sign in the search engine. GABA, put a plus sign, and then put substantia nigra. See what you get. All GABA neurons. All right, now, first you got to copy what's there. Do not just give me the link, Serafina. Copy something that you think is there that's relevant, and then put the link in. What you got, Juan? What you got, brother?
I didn't hear what you said. You said type in GABA plus what?
I put in the text chat, brother. See what comes up. All right, Allende, what you got, brother?
I'm putting it in the chat now.
What you got, Efferson?
I put mine in the chat, and I'm looking the other one up right now.
I don't see it. Oh, okay. I see. Well, Efferson, I don't want you just put the link in. I want you to copy at least a word, a sentence or two that has something to do with it in the article. It means you have skimmed that article quickly and or at least put the title that relates to it and then put the link in. Okay? So you can see, immediately, that means you have looked at it. Okay?
The article, I understand. The article that I found was like a PDF, so I wasn't able to copy and paste it.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. I'll accept that.
I'll find another one.
No, it's all good. All right, so we got a couple of things right here. We're just going to move. What do we have? Anybody who has something? Allende, what'd you find? Earth to Allende. Come on. Read it.
I found substantia nigra, parts, reticulata, SNR, GABA.
Wait. The SNR stands for the substantia nigra.
Okay. Substantia nigra. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like GABA.
All right, good. We're going to break it down. That's all right. Excellent. I love it. It's GABAergic.
GABAergic. Okay.
GABAergic neurons.
GABA.
So substantia nigra, pars compacta. You can ignore pronouncing what's in parentheses. GABAergic neurons. Keep going.
GABAergic neurons are key output neurons of basal ganglia. Given the role of these neurons in the motor control, it is important to understand factors that regulate their firing rate in pattern 1. Potential regulator is hydrogen peroxide, hydrogen 2O2, a reactive oxygen species that increasingly recognized as a I don't know how to pronounce it.
Go ahead, say it again. You're real close. Come on.
Neuromodulator.
Very good. Boom. All right, that's how we do it here at IUR, right? Very good. So according to Allende's research, that is the GABAergic neurons, all right, some of them are in the substantia nigra. Got it? He also dropped in another thing called the basal ganglia that we won't deal with right now, but you might put it on the side in Zinger because we're going to be getting to the basal ganglia another time. You got that? Thank you, though. All right, let's see who else has, all right, Aaliyah, you have found something. What you find? Read it, please. Now, everybody read along with Aaliyah from what she put in the text chat.
From the first thing I put in, or like all of it?
From the first one, it says neurons in the substantia nigra pars compacta.
Okay. Neurons in the substantia nigra pars reticulata and pars compacta of the rat were studied using a combination of intracellular electrophysiological recording in vitro.
Okay, hold on, stop right there. Let me break something down for you. Intra is a prefix. The opposite of intra is inter. Interpersonal communication means communication between people. Inter means between. Intra means within. So if I'm talking to myself, that's intrapersonal communication.
So
all right? All right.
Between two cells?
Very good. Intracellular is what? No, not between. If it was intercellular, it would be between two cells. All right. This is the intracellular.
So
okay.
Inside of
that is what the cell's communicating with itself. Okay. All right. Physiological.
Right.
Okay. Recording. Now, I'm not going to deal with that. I'm going to deal with in vitro because you're going to see as you do these research studies. All right. And y'all are scientists, so you're going to be doing research studies or reading research studies. You're going to hear something called in vitro and in vivo. Now, just guess. What do you think in vitro means versus in vivo? Any guess? Come on, Vania. You can guess. Anybody? In vivo versus in vitro. All right. Guess. Come on, Zaki. Looks like you're getting ready to jump in. All right. Now you're scratching your head because you're backing off your guess. Y'all guessing. You can say the moon.
In and out.
Good guess. In vivo, in vitro. All right. In vivo means live. That means in a live specimen, a live rat or a live person. Okay. In vivo means observed within a live specimen. In vivo. Like, you ever heard of Viva? Right, there's Viva. You can go. Don't. I ain't gonna go down the Las Vegas route, but just give me all right, Viva. Okay. Viva means life. In vivo. Now, in vitro makes me think of virtual reality. In vitro. That means in a test tube or in a laboratory. So when it says intracellular electrophysiological recording in vitro, they means in a laboratory. Got it? So everybody got that? All right, who doesn't understand? Who needs the breakdown? Kimmy, you still there, sister? You said you wanted to be a neuroscientist, right? You didn't know you're going to get that as quick, did you? All right, yes.
Can you break it down?
Can I break what part down?
Oh, what you were about to say? Because you say you were about to break it down. You were asking us.
All right. So I've been breaking it down. We got, you know what neurons are. I don't have to break that down. You know what substantia nigra are. You know what pars reticulata is. You know what pars compacta is. We hadn't covered intracellular versus intercellular. I broke that down. Electrophysiological is mainly they're using a recording with electrical stimulation. All right. Now, what I broke down was in vitro versus in vivo. Okay. Okay, now I won't stop you anymore, Leah. Finish it, and we'll go ahead.
In vitro and subsequent and subsist. Wait, why can I?
Subsequent.
Subsequent immunocytochemical
Immunocytochemical.
cytochemical double and triple labeling techniques. The neurons recorded in the pars reticulata were identified as either GABA or dopamine neurons. Neurons were considered to be GABA neurons if they were immunopositive and glutamate.
For glutamate.
For glutamate.
For glutamate decarboxylase.
Carboxylate. Whereas those neurons which were immunoopposite for tyrosine hydroxylase were considered to be dopaminergic.
Minergic. And what does all this mean? All right. First, what it means is it reaffirms that GABA neurons are where? Located where?
In the pars reticulata.
In the pars reticulata, and certainly in the substantia nigra, because so where's the pars reticulata found?
Substantia nigra.
Thank you very much. All right. And it also says GABA neurons come from that reaction that we saw, okay? That is the glutamate decarboxylase. And they said, so if it came from that, then we called them GABA neurons. If they came from that, we called them dopaminergic neurons. They all are where?
In the substantia nigra.
Thank you very much. In that black stuff. Now, y'all have heard dopamine before, right? Whoever told you that dopamine was in the black stuff?
I was doing a project on dopamine and digital addictions. So that's what was included.
All right. I think we're clear about GABA neurons. All right. Now, what has this got to do with? We already know it has to do with melanin, right? And you remember we started with something like controlling your body movement, whether you were dancing or controlling it, or whether it was like this. And that disease was what? Nzinga, what is this disease?
It is.
Don't look it up. Don't look it up, baby. It's in your head. What is it?
Neuro. Wait, what's the neuro?
All right, Serafina, I need to see your whole face, please. And what is this disease?
What did you say? My volume wasn't working.
Now, Serafina, I need you to be more attentive. I needed you to fix stuff or tell me, say, Bob Wekesa, I need some help or I need some water to fix my volume. When I'm calling on you several times, I want you to know where we are. I don't want to have to explain where we are and what I said. So you got to fix that if your volume is not right. So, I'll be honest with y'all. This just no, okay? When I have to repeat something to you or whatever, it makes me think that you're not paying attention, that you're doing something else on your computer. I don't know if that's what you're doing. I'm not accusing you of that. I'm just telling you that's what comes to my mind when you're not paying attention to what's going on. Now, when that happens repeatedly, then I'm sending a message to your parents for them to look at your computer and check it out or fix it if you got a sound problem or that kind of thing like that. Because I don't expect you to do that. Serafina? You got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, and you got to keep it. If you got a problem with your equipment, say, "Hold, Bob Wekesa, just a minute. Let me fix this up." I'll be glad to. I know stuff happens, but you can't have your volume being low, and I ask you a question, and you say you don't know, because you already knew your volume was low, so you need to fix that before I ask you the question. Natalia.
Is it switching?
Switching? Mm-mm. All right, come on, Yara.
Parkinson's disease.
Mo. Spell it, Destiny.
PARKINSONS.
Is that correct? Let me see, who's my, Natalia.
No.
All right, spell it.
Perkinsgiese.
Okay, disease is Disease. Parkinson's, Parkinson. So, Destiny, that is what you said, correct? Is that what you said? Park, like go to the park. In. So, this is the disease. It's called Parkinson's. Do I have muscle control? That's called involuntary. My muscles are chanting one of. What's firing? Do I have really good coordination of the neurons that are firing? I got some firing this way and some firing this way. I need a little bit of GABA going on here to help me out so they don't go that way. So you need to know the disease is called Parkinson's disease. You need to know how to spell it. And whenever the melanin in your substantia nigra begins to deteriorate, then you have Parkinson's disease. And Parkinson's disease is a disease of movement, right? And what did we say that GABA neurons are connected to? One of the things, not everything. What? Movement, right? All right, so Nzinga, break that down.
Like everything you just said?
Yep, everything I just said. Pretend
So,
I'm not in this class. I'm your mama, and you got to talk to your mama and tell her what you learned about about melanin and the substantia nigra, Parkinson's disease, and GABA neurons.
okay. Parkinson's. I learned that Parkinson's disease meant like the melanin in your brain melanin in your brain deteriorates, and you don't really have control over your movements. And the GABA neurons, which is how you move, you don't really have it. What is that sound? You can't really move your body as well.
Your parents gonna fire me. They gonna say you ain't learning nothing at Aya. Okay, I mean you're all rounded. You're really very close and all of that. It's just that they're gonna be like, huh? I'm gonna pull you out of Aya. Ain't teaching you nothing. All right, help her out, Zaki. Help your sister out. You good job, Nzinga. Help your sister out.
Wait, Zing, where do you leave off?
I left off where they don't really have.
Don't worry about where she left off. Don't worry about it. Just go answer the question yourself.
All right. They don't like.
No. Answer the whole question. Don't start today. You talking to your daddy, and he want to know what you learning in that Ngolo Melanin class today.
We're learning about GABA neurons and how they allow you to move your muscles and control your muscles.
Okay. Yeah, they sure gonna, mommy, Monty, you and I are gonna have to look for another job. Y'all gotta represent us better than that. All right, come on, Naima.
Parkinson's disease is when you lose the melanin in your brain and you are unable to control the movement, usually in your hands, but it can be in other places.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's just get a little correction. We're specific here. there's melanin in so many places in your brain, it ain't funny. Okay? So we didn't say melanin, Parkinson's disease is caused by a loss of melanin in your brain. We said specifically where in your brain. Naima and Nzinga. Where?
The brainstem.
Oh, that's a wonderful guess. Who said that?
Substantia nigra.
Thank you, Efferson. All right. It's when your melanin in your substantia nigra deteriorates that you begin to have Parkinson's disease. And Parkinson's disease is a disease of movement. Inside the substantia nigra are GABA neurons that, as Nzinga said, control your movement by inhibiting or promoting certain signals to your muscles. All right? Yeah, and Zinga, I'm all right with the sound. Okay, I'm not been out of shape by any sound that I heard from you. Okay, it is 10:11.
Wekesa,
Yes,
can I create? Would you object to me creating an assignment where they have to explain this?
very
Because if
good.
they can write it out, then they definitely can verbalize it.
Okay, so your assignment is for them to write it out?
I mean, as
Okay.
well as speak to someone about it, but it
Okay.
might help them get their thoughts together so that they can effectively communicate it verbally.
I hear you. So, yes, you can give them that assignment. I actually add one to it. They are to make a video of themselves explaining it. So,
Explaining what again?
explaining the connection between the substantia nigra and Parkinson's disease and GABA neurons.
Okay.
Okay. Now you have plenty in the text chat. You know, we've talked about a good deal. You can be specific with pars compacta and pars reticulata as a part of the substantia nigra or not. But the key things is substantia nigra, melanin, substantia nigra, Parkinson's disease, and GABA neurons. Those 4 things. Are y'all writing that down? Are y'all typing that? Because those things need to be in your answer. Yes, Nyar. Sorry that I just see your message. All right. Now, how many of you think this is over your head? Just you can be honest. You can raise your hand if you think this is over your head. Naima says it's over her head. Allende says it's over his head. Destiny says it's over her head. And Serafina says it's over your head. And so is Caitlin. I see. Well, that is only because you have been miseducated. Your brain is capable of understanding anything and everything. Okay. And I'm glad that you think it's over. I mean, I'm glad that you were honest because you're not being penalized at all for thinking it's over your head. That just means me and Mommy Imani and your classmates will explain it 100,000 times if we need to so that you get it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have to ask questions and you have to stay engaged and try to get it. If you decide that it's just too difficult and you don't have the capacity, you're not smart enough to understand, then you won't ask us to repeat it. You won't ask us to give you an example. You won't ask your classmates to repeat it. So Allende, where are you, son? I don't see your face.
I was closing my window.
Closing your, okay. So guess what? You have your, who is Efferson your bestie? You don't call it that? Are y'all good?
Nah.
Are y'all good friends?
Yes.
All right. So you mean you think so? You got him as a partner that you can run this by and practice together, right? All right.
Yes.
All right. Now, over your head is not the same thing as you never been exposed to it before. Okay. We got that you never been exposed to it before. But here's the deal. If you're going to understand melanin and be able to explain to our people, if you're going to understand your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skin, if you're going to be able to understand this gift of the Creator, it requires for you to step it up. Now, we will help you. If you decide that you just aren't smart enough, then no amount of help we give is going to help, because you've already decided that you're not smart enough. Now, we don't believe that. That's foolish. That's crazy. Y'all are geniuses. Now, what does have to happen, Natalia, is you got to tell whoever you're talking to that you're in school right now. And unless it's an emergency, you can't talk to them. Because there's no way for you to, understand GABAergic neurons if you're listening to somebody else when we're explaining it again and again and again. Okay. Now,
Well, I'll find you. Please pick up the.
yes, you can. Bob, because can you write the questions in the text chat? All right, Mama Imani just did. So that is what you're going to ask somebody on somebody's cell phone or somewhere, or because you're going to upload what your writing is, your writing assignment, and then you're going to upload a video of your telling people it. Now, yes, Naima.
Is it possible that you could also write the questions down in the chat?
They are. It's right there. Mommy Imani wrote it.
It's in the chat. Explain the connection between the substantia nigra, Parkinson's disease, and GABA neurons.
Would you put, Mommy Imani, would you put, there's one more, it was 4 things, melanin? All right. Any questions about anything we've covered today? Basal ganglia, GABA neurons, yabba dabba doo, the Flintstones, melanin, substantia nigra. Any questions about any of it? And questions are good at our Education Institute. That's how you learn in Zynga, by paying attention and asking questions when you don't know. Yes, Destiny. Thank you.
You said that the substantia nigra is the when you have Parkinson's disease, it's because it's not working.
Because what's not working?
The substantia nigra, or was that GABA neurons?
Okay. The substantia nigra is a place in your brain. What does substantia nigra mean, Destiny? What's the breakdown of that?
I forgot it.
All right, ask somebody for a lifeline. Call on them and ask them. The question on the table is, what does substantia nigra mean? What's the breakdown of that? Yes, Everson.
Novena?
Novena, she's asking you for a lifeline.
Oh, what does substantia nigra do?
No, not what it does. What does it mean? What's the breakdown? Substantia nigra is a Latin word. What's the translation?
Dark substance.
Black. Nigra is black. Black stuff, black substance. Okay. So that's just one of the places where a lot of melanin is accumulated in your brain, and it's called the substantia nigra, the black stuff, the black substance. Okay. Now, I think that's rather lazy myself, but I didn't do the labeling, so I'm just going to let it be. All right. And so, Destiny, in that location called the substantia nigra, that place, there is a concentration of melanin. Okay. And actually, there are two concentrations. There's one concentration that's compacted together. And Kai, what is that called? The part of the substantia nigra where all the melanin is really tight. What is that called?
Substantia nigra pars compacta.
Boom. And then there's another part, okay, Kimmy, where it is not so packed together, so it's not as dark gray.
Pars reticulata.
Pars reticulata. Right? And inside the substantia nigra, in the pars reticulata, maybe even in the pars compacta, we definitely know in the pars reticulata, Aaliyah, there's something else. What's that? GABA neurons. And GABA neurons, Niara, do what?
They play an important role in movement.
Yes, that's true. Very good. Absolutely. Yes. Anything else, anybody? GABA neurons do what? And yes, they play an important role. Yes, go ahead.
They inhibit you from not moving, but I guess moving in a certain way.
Okay. So when you're, yes, they are inhibitory because you have signals coming from your brain, right? These are electric. You know your brain, y'all know your brain's electric. Did y'all know that? Oh, see, y'all gonna make me play the electric slide before we go on here. Okay. Your brain is electric, and so it's sending these electrical signals, all right? And it's sending signals to the muscle. And so I want some signals to go through and some signals to be inhibited, correct? Because if they all go through, that's what I get. That's why when some people dance, they look like they stiff boards. All right. Does that answer your question, Destiny?
I have a question.
Yes.
When we make the video, are we allowed to include all the places where melanin is found in the brain, or just the places that we talked about?
You are allowed to do as much as you want, but we are required to only focus on the ones we've talked about. If you want to go above and beyond the call of duty, boom, go ahead on. Okay, any other question? Now, if you don't, Niara, come on.
What does GABA stand for?
Yabba dabba doo, of course. All right, no. All right, help them out. Who has it written down? All right, Aaliyah. Not quite. You throwing it up real fast, but you weren't quite ready. Okay, you can take it back.
No, okay, it stands for gamma amino. Nah, you're really pissing out of us.
All right, GABA.
Biotric? Butric?
Huh?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Amino Bitric?
Very good, very good. Okay, so do you have the video? All right, where we were talking about that. All right, you remember that's one of the first videos I put in. It says GABA video. All right, so one thing, part of your homework is you're going to. Okay, all right. Tell you what.
Oh, I found it.
It won't stop. Here's what I'm doing.
No.
We have 5 minutes. Now that we've talked about it, this is a 2-minute video, so they're like zooming, okay? All right, here it is. And you can stop it when you go home, you can play it, you can whatever, right? But we're gonna see if we can understand the whole thing in 2 minutes, or as much as you can. Now, I know it's all right, we're still gonna leave on time, I promise. Gee whiz. See, y'all are geniuses. You don't know, when we break things down, then we can just go for it. Okay, so gonna go start right here. Go for it.
In this installment, I will discuss gamma aminobutyric acid, or GABA.
Write it down. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
My pencil fell, so I didn't get to write it down.
Who said that?
Kaylin.
Just screenshot it.
Thank you. Screenshot it. Y'all live in technology. You know, what's this? What y'all doing?
Don't mean I know how to screenshot.
Well, ask then. All right. It's okay. All right. So let's see.
How do you screenshot this?
All right. Who's that? Who's asked that question?
Me.
Kimmy.
Kimmy. Okay. You can print screen on your computer. Will allow you to screenshot.
Just that?
Just that.
It's not working.
All right, then hold down your Windows key, because I don't know what device you're on. Hold down your Windows key and then print screen. All right, no problem. Sorry.
Thank you.
All right, very good. That's what we do. We help each other, you know, here. All right, so gamma, who wants to pronounce this? Who wants to try? All right, come on, Natalia.
Gamma aminobutyric acid.
Yay! Amino butyric. All right. Gamma. All right. And so we'll just see. Let's roll it. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Always try. Always jump in. And don't decide these words are too big. Play with them. Now, y'all, all we really want you to do is, this is a research. This is a science research class. So we're learning these things. You're not expected to know them ahead of time. All right. So let's go. Excuse me. I did not say that you could close your camera. Epheson, Serafina, Vanilla, or Juan.
I turned off my camera because my mom was coming in. She didn't want you guys to like see me.
Okay, all right, I understand that. I appreciate that. Then when she leaves, you can turn it right back on, please.
Yes, sir.
Although GABA's primary functions are as a neurotransmitter, it has...
All right, so GABA, amino acid neurotransmitter, okay? We already talked about what a neuron is, a nerve cell, and it's a transmitter, and it's amino acid. We'll learn about amino acids later on. Don't worry about it. All right. That's not the name of it. You already got the name of it. Now, this is what it does.
Has the structure of an amino acid and thus is referred to as an amino acid neurotransmitter. It is synthesized from another amino acid neurotransmitter, glutamate, in a reaction catalyzed by the enzyme glutamic acid decarboxylase. The function of GABA changes over the course of neural development, but in the mature brain it acts primarily as an inhibitory neurotransmitter. In other words, when GABA interacts with the receptors of a neuron, it generally makes the neuron less likely to fire an action potential or release neurotransmitters.
All right. That's where we went to before. I said we were going to go further, but I needed to stop because I don't want you to be late. I do want you to watch, okay? And bring your questions. If anything in the video is like, what's an amino acid? Look it up. If you can't find it, don't understand it, come into the class. If it says an action potential, what's an action potential? I don't know. Look it up. You still don't understand it? Bring it to class, Destiny. Okay? Well, we will learn. You understand what I'm saying? What I want you to understand is there is nothing in the world, period, end of story, that we can't understand. All right? And we need to understand, we do not want you to run around wearing a t-shirt talking about got melanin, and you don't even know about GABAergic reactions. We don't want you to know, but we want you to understand, yes, you got melanin. And what does that mean? You right? All right, y'all. It has been a good class. For me, I've had some fun. Hopefully you've had some fun and learned a few things. All right. So type in the text chat or say out loud something that you appreciate about today. Something you learned or you appreciate. Come on, Niara, I see your hand first.
I appreciate learning about GABA neurons.
Mo. Come on, Natalia, saw your hand next.
Mo.
I appreciate learning about substantia nigra.
Mo. Hold just a second. Y'all notice that me and Mama Imani are saying mo whenever somebody says something? You think that's just for us?
Sorry.
Next time somebody says something, we want you to say mo. All right. All right. Kaylin.
I appreciate you all for teaching us a little bit more about Parkinson's disease.
Mo.
I appreciate learning about the gamma aminobutyric acid.
Go ahead on, Everson. Go ahead on, brother. Break it on down. Yabba never do. All right. Yes, Kimmy.
I appreciate furthering my knowledge on the brain and melanin.
I appreciate learning more about melanin that's in the brain.
All right. I also put a link in the text chat. The last link is an article. Okay. Read it. Come back with questions, thoughts, etc. Okay. Thank y'all. You are scientists. You're geniuses. Please don't worry about what you don't know. Just study and do the best you can. I promise it will all come together because of the melanin in your brain. See you later.
Is the next class on this Zoom, I guess?
In this room?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to end this class. You just log right back into this room, same room. Okay. Bye-bye.